first off, I want to talk to you about what a joint venture actually is. So a joint venture and a partnership are often interchangeable. People use them as interchangeable terms, but they're not exactly the same thing. A joint venture can be a partnership, but not necessarily. Joint ventures, basically two people or two or more people who have come together to try to succeed at a single business venture. They have a business goal that they want to achieve. So it can be limited in scope. It can be something as simple as a contract between two people that they've agreed to go on a speaking tour together. They've agreed to go to or have a speaking event together. Or it can be as complicated as a separate corporation. And depending on sort of which level your endeavor is going to take place, it depends on what resources you're going to share, how long you guys are going to partner together, and also how much money is involved, and all of those things can lead to different levels of due diligence for you. So let's say you're just starting out with your coaching business, and you are located in California, and you want to expand your reach to people on the East Coast. So you have a buddy who's also a coach on the East Coast, and they have decided that they want to partner with you. They want to feature your videos, your video series, on their website. And in exchange, you are going to do the same for them. And that way, you guys both get this coast-to-coast sort of national audience reach and brand recognition. You're developing your brand. Now, that would be really great, and that would be an example of a joint venture. Another example of a joint venture would be even that you have someone with a coaching business that complements your own. And so you decide to go and do a speaking event together, and you guys can both cultivate more clients that way. Now, those are two examples. One is on the web, and one is a live event, and they can both help expand your reach. However, for the web, for instance, if you haven't looked into your intellectual property, it's possible, for instance, that they could take your web content, they could change it, they could repost it, someone else could. Let's say they haven't updated their intellectual property policies. Someone that's just using their website can take your content, manipulate it, and use it as their own, or distribute it. And you lose control of your brand, you lose control of your image, and you lose out on potential clients and the money that can come from those potential clients. Now, in the second example, for the live event, it could be something very different. So you're hosting this live event, and someone slips and falls on the premises. Now, that could be a huge issue, and they could decide to sue you for that because you're hosting the event. It's your fault. Why didn't you tape down those dang mic cords or speaker wires? And now it's all of a sudden you're having to pay out of your insurance for this person's slip and fall. Well, what if your insurance doesn't cover that? Or what if your insurance solely has to cover that and the person that you're doing this joint venture with doesn't have insurance? These could all be potential issues. It could be that your insurance policy doesn't cover joint ventures because they're seeing it as a completely different entity and not your business. So these are all things that you can look into that could potentially be hazardous to your career and your brand, and just really damage your reputation as a business owner. So due diligence is really important because it helps get your affairs in order. It helps make sure that you have the policies in place to protect your intellectual property. It makes sure that you have the contracts in place. It makes to release, for media releases, for liability on the premises. It makes sure that you know what your insurance policy covers and doesn't cover, and how much it covers up to. And once you have done that for yourself, you can and will expect others and the people that you partner with to do that as well. And in the end, when you go into that and when you talk about that and have those policies in place, it will help your business make more money, you'll be more organized, you'll spend less time worrying about things or dealing with things after the fact, because you already know where it's going to go. You already know how things are going to be covered. You already know how to stop someone from using your image or using your video. And so it's really important to do that homework and to get organized, because that's basically what due diligence is. It's doing your homework and getting organized.